welcome to Inside Zed Basketball. Yet another week, a lovely week where it is definitely the month end and the beginning of a new month. Oh, this one, definitely, we do have some things that are new for you that you need to look out for. My name is Kasuli and this is Inside Zed Basketball. As you can look behind me, this is the Castlelight Arena where all the big games really happen right here. All right, so if you want to watch all those basketball games live and direct, it is only at the Castlelight Arena in Lusaka for the Super League games. Remember, on the Copper Belt you can see them at Zamshu in Ndola, Ravens, Kitwe, and Luansha Gym in Luansha. This is Inside Zed Basketball, and of course very soon we'll be getting into the recap. My name is Kasuli. Stick it right here. We promised you that we'll definitely be introducing a new segment on Inside Zed Basketball. All right, and of course this segment talks about the coaches. So when it comes to the coaches, you will be involved in voting for the coach of the month. But this time around, we just had to put the coaches that have been doing so well when it comes to November, December, and the month of January. All right, let's go to the Super League. In the Super League, we do have Conrad Nsonda from Nali Suns. He's been doing so great so far, and that is good for him. Another coach is definitely the GOAT, Seni Mbuzi, the newly appointed coach in the new season for Huskies. This is a coach that came and everything, the reflection of the team and the players and everything else changed. And he's been doing so well. As we speak, Huskies is slowly cementing its place in the top 4. Alrighty, so moving on with the coaches that have been doing so well so far. Alright, we can never leave out Davis Zulu. So since the time that Coach David Nsonda moved away from coaching the Magic, Matero Magic, this time around, Davis Zulu is at the helm of Matero Magic and doing so well. They've been winning the games and they have cemented their position in second position when it comes to the NBA League. All right, moving on to the feminine. You can never leave out Green Buffaloes coach Isaiah Kambidima, doing so great so far. Not forgetting Chanda Chansa for Dolphins, aka Dosh. So this is a coach that is young, has a long life coming through for him when it comes to basketball. But this is not the end. Let's watch and see where all this goes. In the B League, there's only one coach that has only 2 losses, and we're talking about Martin Mchena, aka Sekuru, when it comes to Unza Pacers. Doing so well. You can never take away that from him. He's cemented his position right there, and that's great. The C League, the newly introduced C League, with Kawata Tigers at the helm of it, there's none other than Katambi Mwanza. These are the coaches that are doing so well when it comes to the NBA leagues. And this is Inside Zed Basketball. Remember that next time when we get to do the coach of the month, you will be involved when it comes to voting. All right, so watch this space. Yet another lovely week when it comes to Inside Zed Basketball. Welcome to it. And of course, this time around, I do have the #1 point guard. I do have this point guard that you really need to know the background and everything to do when it comes to 3x3. So very soon, I'll be joined by none other than Nalumino Simioti right here on Inside Zed Basketball.
Zambia is a team built to play fast.
Alrighty, so Inside Zed Basketball continues. Just like I said, that I'll be joined by none other than Nalumino Simioti. I've heard of a lot of other nicknames and all that, but then we're going to stick to one. not Opani, but Dragon of the West. Welcome to Inside Zed Basketball.
Thank you very much, Kasuli.
Great. We've been thinking of just having you, and finally, we have you right here. And the show is going to really be one of those great shows for the year 2026. But let's get into it. Talking about 2026 itself, it's a new year, new things, and all that. How's the new year for you so far, Nalu?
I mean, the new year is going great. I've
Sure.
got new goals, ambitions that I want to achieve. And when it comes to basketball, nothing has changed because we are still in the 2025 season.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are still aiming high and planning to win the championships.
Great. So now you are coming from a team where you were actually the leader of that team, but now you've changed to a different team where you really have to adjust. How are you adjusting to being in a new team this season, and what role have you taken up at Material Magic?
Well, I'm bringing close to 20 years of basketball experience,
Great.
both on the local and international landscape of basketball. And me going to Material Magic, I'm going there as a leader to just help the team and lead the team into winning the championships.
And looking at that, how is it working for you so far?
It's there's a lot of pressure, and I'm a type of person that embraces pressure because I believe diamonds are made out of pressure. So the pressure is there, and I'm adjusting. I'm working hard. I'm improving every day. I'm working hard on my game,
Right.
individually, and then I want my game to reflect on my teammates.
Great.
From there, it's going to reflect on the team. So basically, it's has to lead the team. And me being a coach as well, I've actually learned one or two things on how coaches think. So it's very easy to relate to my coach. So whenever he gives us information, he gives me information. It's easy for me to digest that information and relate to the team on the floor.
Sure.
And that way, me and the coach are in tandem.
All right, still talking to Nalumino Simioti, the Dragon of the West, right here on Inside Zed Basketball. So we'll be right back right after this.
The Africa Cup. But I'll get more into that later. Nice shot. Simioti. Lose sight of Uwitanze. Finally getting one to drop. Good hustle. Simioti. Point to the boys. Ooh, deadly in and out. Simioti. Smart play.
Welcome back, and Inside Zed Basketball continues right here on Zambia Basketball Showcase. And now, Nalu, let's get to the 3x3 experience. You guys went to Madagascar, right?
Yes.
And you represented us very well. That was so historic, where you guys had to reach the greater heights of the quarterfinals. We've never reached that point, and congratulations for that, by the way.
Thank you.
Now let's come to it. That experience, you and your teammates together with the technical team. How was that experience of the 3x3?
That's a very good question, Kasoli. 3x3 is a whole different ball game.
Sure.
It's different from the traditional 5-on-5 that we normally see. It's like a mixture of music, dance, art, and culture.
What would you say that?
Because in as much as we were playing and competing there in Madagascar, we were surrounded by music, art, and a lot of culture.
Sure.
There was literally music playing in the background. People were dancing on the sides. It was just a vibe.
Wow.
And it was very fast paced. Like 10 minutes, the game is over. The next teams are on the floor, they're playing just like that. And music is playing, people are dancing, people are vibing.
Nalu, just in case somebody out there doesn't really understand 3x3, would you say 3x3 is street basketball?
To an extent,
Okay.
yes. Why? Because 3x3 can be played almost anywhere. It's an outdoor sport. You can literally go to any street right now, as long as you've got a hoop,
Right.
and you can play 3x3. You can go to Soweto Market right now, you set up a hoop, you put the 3x3 basketball court, and you can play 3x3. You can play it almost anywhere on the streets.
Great. Remember, we need to try it right there at Soweto Market, right here on Zambia Basketball Showcase. But nevertheless, let's talk about the lessons so far. So after that experience, of course, there's some lessons that were picked up from there. What lessons did you learn after that?
There were a lot of lessons. The ones that stood out to me were number one, versatility.
Versatility.
The game requires you to be versatile, unlike the traditional 5-on-5 games, where let's say a forward can hide under the forward and just say my role is just to pick up rebounds and block shots. With 3x3, you have to play all the roles. You have to be a versatile player.
I saw that.
You have to shoot the ball, you have to defend the ball, you have to block. Okay. And not only that, also there's an aspect of communication. Because remember, it's a very fast-paced game. So you have to relay information to your teammates as fast as you can.
Sure.
And you have to act on that information. And not only that, it also teaches us on how to handle pressure. Because there will be times where you are down maybe by 4 or 5 baskets. How are you going to handle that pressure and overcome adversity? Okay, that's what 3x3 is all about. It's all about those principles, and also just giving each other space.
Great.
There are certain life principles that are actually installed in 3x3. Giving each other space. You have to give your friends space to operate, to work. You can't be like the sun who's just shining all day. You end up burning them.
All right.
You have to give them space so that they can operate.
Great. And I'm sure those are the lessons that you've brought to many of these upcoming players that would love to play the 3x3. All right, let's get to move on, Nalu. How does it feel to be the highest ranked 3x3 player in the country? The whole Zambia, starting from the west where you're named the Dragon of the West, going to the east, south, and of course, north. How does it feel?
It feels great. I mean, when you look at 3x3, it's an Olympic sport now. So it's growing at a very fast rate. Okay. So me being the face of 3x3 here in Zambia is a good achievement. It's like I am paving the way to the next for the next generation. Okay, which is what I want to do as a human being. I want to leave blueprints for the young generation that they can follow.
On a lighter note, you've brought in something that is really important. You've mentioned of being the face of the 3x3. And I love the fact that the reporter who wrote about you being the #1 ranked 3x3 player put up a photo of where you are in these sunglasses and looked so cool. But then I've noticed you're this person that loves those sunglasses. Are we going to call that a brand?
Yes, I really love my sunglasses.
Sure.
That's why I was asking you, can I put on my sunglasses before the interview?
All right. Don't worry, we didn't stop him. He just decided to say, Kasuli doesn't have sunglasses, so why should I have? But then that's Nalu for you. Nalu, let's move on. As a player, what do you feel has to be done to improve 3x3 in Zambia?
I think it needs more sponsorship. And it's very easy to sponsor a 3x3 tournament or a league.
Sure.
Because, I mean, you're looking at a small group of people.
Great.
Okay, that you can easily sponsor. And you can literally host that tournament almost anywhere. At the mall, in schools, communities, markets. You know, it's very easy to set up. All you need is a hoop and the 3x3 basketball court, which we have here in Zambia. We can literally just get it and set it up almost anywhere. But we need sponsorship.
Right.
And we need sensitization. People have to know about the sport.
Sure.
Okay, because this is the next big thing.
True.
Okay, so if the government wants to sponsor a team and they've got a traditional 5-on-5 team and a traditional 3-on-3 team, they will look at the logistics and say the one which is more viable is a 3x3.
This one, yeah.
It's cheaper to sponsor a group of 8 to like 7 people
to
travel out and a group of 20 people. So this is something that we should be looking to invest.
Great. All right, you're still watching Inside Zed Basketball right here. And remember that still talking to Nalumino Simioti, the Dragon of the West. Right after this break, we're coming to conclude with Nalu. Right, welcome back, and still watching Inside Zed Basketball. Still talking to Nalumino Simioti, the Dragon of the West. So, Nalu, right now, let's take a look at what your target is for the rest of the season.
Right. There's actually a relationship between basketball and life.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, and I believe that if I better my life, certain aspects, even my game is going to improve.
Sure.
So all I want to do right now is be in good health, focus on family, focus on God, focus on my work.
Great.
Okay, because I believe if I excel in these areas, even on the court, I'm going to excel, because basketball shows us who we are as human beings.
Yes,
I can
it does.
actually tell who you are just by seeing how you make a left layup or a right layup.
Sure.
That can tell me what type of person you are. You are down 20 with 20 minutes to go till the game ends. How are you going to approach that? You see,
what attitude does it need?
Exactly. So how you're going to approach that is going to tell us who you are as a human being. So if you or if I just work on myself as a human being, being the best teammate,
Correct.
being the best brother, best uncle,
sure,
see, best father,
great.
So it translates into my game. So yeah, so that's what I want to work on. I want to work on myself, and then let my work reflect on the basketball court.
Right. Thank you so much, Nalu, for joining us today on Inside the Basketball. But before you go, would love to hear your words to your fans out there, and of course, all those that would love to follow you on social media platforms and all.
Great. To my fans, especially the young fans, I would like to encourage them to focus on education.
Sure.
I'm a firm believer in education. That's how I was brought up. My grandmother used to tell me, if I'm not excelling in school, then I can't play basketball.
True.
So I used, at a very young age, I used to sacrifice a lot of sleep. I would study, stay up late, just so I can play basketball and do well academically. So what I would want to tell the young generation is, if you're a very good basketball player, then nothing can stop you from becoming a very good student or a very good person in business.
Sure.
So you have to be long-sighted.
All right.
Okay, don't be short-sighted. Don't think about playing basketball, because you won't play basketball forever.
Very true.
Okay, but if you get an education, you start a business, that can take care of you and your family for a very long time.
True.
Which is what we want. So you have to use basketball as a tool to actually achieve your goals and ambition, especially the young people. Yes, I can be the face of the 3x3 basketball, right? But that's what you see. But what you don't see is the work that I put in. Okay?
Behind that.
Exactly. I wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning and go to the gym, get stronger. Afterwards, I get back to Nasdaq, I shoot some shots, go for work. Lunch break, I'm in the gym, I'm still lifting weights. 30 minutes, I'm back here, I'm shooting, going back to work again. So it's just a routine.
Great.
Okay. And just be in the moment when you're doing all those things. Because if you're playing basketball and you're thinking about school or basketball or business, then my friends, stop playing basketball, go and do your schoolwork. Do your schoolwork. Once you're done, go back and play basketball.
Sure.
If you're at school and you're thinking about basketball, my friend, leave what you're doing, play basketball. Once you play, go back to your school again. You must always be in the moment. That's what helped me like achieve my goals, especially from Hunza and work. I'm always in the moment.
Right.
Never, at no point in time will you find that I'm actually thinking about two things. when I'm here, I'm always present. If I'm here, I'm present. So if you are also doing something that you're passionate about, just be passionate about it. Okay, we've got one life, but I believe we've got several lives.
Sure.
Okay, in that same one life, you've got another life where you're a sports person. You play
Sure.
basketball, soccer, whatsoever. You know, the other life you are a brother to someone, the best brother that you can. The other life you're a son.
Right.
The other life you're a student. The other life maybe you're a business person. So just make sure you're living your lives, your several lives in the moment. Just be present. That's
Right.
the advice I can give anyone. Like just be present.
Right.
That alone is going to help push you to heights that you never thought were possible.
Great. All right, Nalu. Somebody who would love to follow you on social media, what handles and names can they search for?
You can find me on TikTok, Collins Nalumino Simioti.
Sure.
Even Facebook, Collins Nalumino Simioti. Instagram, Collins Nalumino Simioti.
Sure.
I know I'm using the word Collins first.
Sure.
In my name. My first name is actually Collins.
Right.
Most people don't know, but my first name is Collins, and my middle name is Nalumino.
Nalumino.
And my surname is Simioti, of course.
Great.
Yeah, so you can find me on these platforms, and you can get some motivation from there. You can see my workout videos, and you can learn one or two things. You can inbox me if you need help.
Sure.
And like, if I have time, I can attend to your problem.
Great. Nalu, thank you so much for coming through, and of course, wishing you the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much, Castle.
Great. Alrighty, there you have it. That was none other than Nalumino Simioti. Oh, there's also the Collins. Yeah, you got it. On Inside Zed Basketball. Stay tuned for more. Inside Zed Basketball comes to you every other week, and nothing but the very best of Zambian basketball. All right, so stay tuned, and of course get to follow on TikTok, Zambia Basketball Showcase. Remember that YouTube as well, you can subscribe, Zambia Basketball Showcase. Facebook, Zambia Basketball Showcase. Make sure you're following and get to know what is happening when it comes to Zambian basketball. And now, this has been Inside Zed Basketball and the weekend recap. Till next time, my name is Kasuli. Bye-bye.